Crimes are committed every day in Scotland. This can be any sort of crime, from bad driving to murder. When people commit these crimes, they can be sent to court. If the person is found guilty of the crime in court, the judge must decide what should happen to them. What the judge decides should happen as a punishment is called the sentence. This short film is about how judges in court decide sentences. Every crime is different, but the way the judge decides the sentence is the same. The judge will think about different factors. Factors are the things that can make the sentence more or less severe. The judge will think about how serious the crime is, for example, the harm caused to a victim, and whether the person planned the crime ahead of time. Let's take a look at one example. Jack is 18. He goes to a nightclub. He drinks too much and wanders round the dance floor, stumbling into people and swearing at them. He gets into a fight with the door steward and punches her face. Jack has committed a crime. In this case, he must go to court. He has not committed a crime before. He is very sorry for the way he behaved. The judge must decide what sentence to give Jack. What will she think about? Jack caused an injury. He hurt the door steward. The more serious the injury, the more serious the crime. And in most cases, the more serious the crime, the more severe the sentence. If Jack had hurt a child or someone who is disabled, the crime would have been even more serious. Other things can make Jack's sentence less serious. Jack hasn't committed a crime before. Jack is sorry for what he did. The judge also needs to know about Jack. She needs to know whether he can pay a fine. She needs to think about what sentence might help him change so he does not commit another crime. After thinking about the different factors in Jack's case, the judge must sentence him. There are different things the judge can do. The judge can give an offender a warning not to get into trouble with the police again. This is called an admonition. The judge can fine the person, ordering them to pay money to the court. Or the judge can order the person to do certain things to pay back to the community. This is called a community payback order. This can be unpaid work, like gardening work in public parks, or treatment for alcohol or drug addiction. The most severe sentence is prison. Offenders usually spend half their time or more in prison. The rest of the time they spend in the community. If they commit another crime in the community, they can go straight back to prison. Anyone under the age of 21 is sentenced to detention in a young offenders institution instead of prison. Sometimes offenders must obey rules while in the community. This can be wearing a tag to make sure they stay home overnight. The Scottish Sentencing Council writes guidelines on sentencing for different crimes to help judges make their decisions. You can find out more about sentencing by emailing the Scottish Sentencing Council.